Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank all of you for your testimony, and Mr. Martin, Mr. Sloan, thank you for your service to this country. Mr. Anderson, I want to start with you. I represent a very large number of recreational and commercial fishermen, and they drive about $30 million into the economy here in New Jersey. And whether it's through excessive fishing regulation or high gas prices, I talked to them all. I was just there last weekend and saw all these charter boats, beautiful Saturday afternoon, just sitting at the dock. Can you just talk about the jobs that are lost and who that's really affecting? Because I get it from a few charter boat captains that I've fished with my whole life since I've been there in New Jersey that really say this is not only going to affect that aspect, and to add another question on that, how many boats have actually left your dock because of the situation we're in?
We usually when we have the high gas prices, it definitely affects the cost of the trip, and so therefore if you cannot pass that on to the customer, because they will not want to come on the trip. They don't like having to pay the surcharge, and so that keeps the boats at the dock. As far as jobs, for every boat that operates, or every person that's working on a boat, there are 6 jobs on land that support that job. So we're talking for charter boats, it's usually 2 or 3 people. Head boats, 5 or 6, but then it's times 6 on shore. So it does affect quite a few people. It doesn't just affect the employees on the boats, and so that's something that folks need to take into consideration. But as far as the gas prices, yes, it keeps boats at the dock. There's no doubt about it.
How do you have a number of how many boats have actually left your dock? Because I noticed that where I'm at, there's empty slips all over the place that I know a few years back were full.
Yes, right now we have, out of 35 slips, we have 3 open. Okay, we're normally in good times we would not have any open, but we are blessed to be one of the better operations there in the area. So when folks are going to, when we have openings, we have folks that will move in and take those places, and that makes empty spaces at other docks. So there is a problem, definitely. We are not seeing that particular problem as much at our dock because ours is popular, but it does affect us, and we are down now.
And just quickly, a little bit off the subject, not like it hasn't happened here today, but is it more fuel prices or fishing regulation, or really a combination of both of them?
It's a combination. Mostly, it's fishing regulations. With the fishing regulations being implemented now, instead of a 6-month season in the Gulf, we have this year for our red snapper, we're going to have 48 days. We've asked the Gulf Council to transfer the 1.2 million fish that were not harvested in 2010 into the 2011 season. They knocked that back to the Science and Statistical Committee last week. They started not to allow that, but now they've given us 400,000 pounds instead of 1.2, even though they actually, with the new data that they had, they could have given us 2 million pounds.
Well, thank you. And Mr. Sloan, I think what we're lacking, and I think many other members agree with it, we're lacking a solid energy policy. I see where you go, electric cars, great. Where are we getting the energy to power them? Bottom line, that's going to increase electric demand. That's going to trickle right back down to our seniors. How are we going to balance this without a sufficient energy policy?
Well, I think Congress needs to create an effective energy policy, and I'm all for a balance. I think that that arguments made on both sides of the aisle today have points. A lot there on both sides. There is, I would say, comments that just sort of skew the debate. But we need an effective energy policy, and we need it for our economic security and our national security. And we should look at all forms. We should look at the natural gas that in the Haynesville Shale. We should look at the Marcellus Shale. We should look at doing what the Obama administration is doing. Obama administration has open leases in the Gulf since the moratorium. We also should look and follow the advice of our military and look how the Navy is looking at advanced biofuels companies to change to basically create another alternative to oil for vehicles that you fly and to drive your cars.
Thanks. Chairman, my time's expired.